constantly in Cuba. It was like he was commuting back and forth. But he's here for you tonight, still dressed like he's from Cuba. Put your hands for Gary Fontaine, everybody. Come on, big Gary.
Yeah, hi everybody, I am Gary. You know, I was the old guy in the chorus. I'm in my late 60s, single. What you see is what you get. And who wouldn't want this? Yeah, well, people say to me, you know, age is just a number. You know, the 60s are the new 40s. But what they don't tell you is with the new 40s, you get bonuses. Arthritis. Who the hell doesn't want that? You know, diabetes. It can kill you. You know, memory loss. Cold all the time. And I can't stay up at night. And then, of course, there's the pills. You know, cholesterol pills, blood pressure pills. Pills to make you poop, pills to stop you from pooping. Red pills, white pills, green pills. And then, if you're lucky, every once in a while, there's that magic blue pill. You know, if you get lucky, I don't get lucky. I carry one in my wallet, though, just in case. Now, you gotta worry, you know, if I was to get lucky, I'm still gonna practice safe sex. But even with a condom, you can have an accident. At my age, I definitely don't want to have an accident. So I talked to the doctor about it, and he sent me for a fertility test. My sperm count came back as 1. He said, unless I did it with the same woman 30 million times, I should be safe. Now, that got me thinking about the lab tech, you know. 8,937, 8,938. What was that, Charlie? No, it's June 8th at 10 o'clock. Fuck. 1, 2. Now, just because you're older doesn't mean you don't think about sex. You just don't do it as often. And there's no callus on my hand anymore. Now, my kids said, you know, Dad, you've been alone long enough. Why don't you try this internet dating stuff? So I did. Now, the first response I got was from a lovely lady called Little Lulu. I looked at her picture. She was kind of cute. So I said to myself, I said, well, let's make a coffee date. So I did. I got there, and let me tell you something. She was anything but little. She was so tall that I only came up to her navel. Now, I thought to myself, if she was a foot shorter, I would have been abreast of her. And it could have worked out. Now, after her came the cougars. Now, you have to realize, at my age, a cougar is at least 94. Now, I think they should call them leopards because most of them are covered in liver spots. Now, the ones in walkers, I had no problem getting away from. But those bitches on scooters, they go straight for your ankles. And if she had a rope, she would have had me lassoed, hog-tied, and squealing like a pig in less than 2 minutes. That didn't work out, so I thought, maybe I'll try speed dating. So I called up and they said, oh yeah, you know, you you're with 10 women and you got to spend 10 minutes with each one. I thought about that and I thought I could last 3.5 with one, but there is absolutely no way I could do 10 minutes with 10 women in one night. I'm old, I'm not stupid. So I canceled. Now, the other day I was in a coffee shop and I was leaving with my coffee. And I walked by this table and there's a woman on her telephone. And just as I walked by, she said, "Fuck me." I stopped, I looked at her and I said, "You know, I would, but I really don't have time right now." And I left. I got to my car and Kevin was in the car and I'm just laughing to myself and pass him his coffee and he says, "What's so funny?" I said, "I just turned down free sex." As I drove away, I thought, you're a friggin' idiot. Kevin would have waited 3.5 minutes. Now, let me tell you about Kevin. Kevin's probably my best friend. Kevin is one of these fellows that's a perfectionist. I mean, he's good at everything. You know, your car's broken? Kevin can fix it. Electrical problem? Call Kevin. My taps are leaking. Kevin! And he fixes it and he does it right. But I think he's kind of a little bit pissed off at me right now because the one thing he's been trying to do is get me laid, and it hasn't worked. But he keeps coming up with all these suggestions. You know, he said, "Well, Gary, you like to sing, you go to karaoke all the time?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Next time you go," he said, "wear tight jeans and put pepperoni in your pants." So I did. And I was there singing and I noticed all the women staring at me. And I thought, hey, maybe this is a good thing. But halfway through the evening, I got hungry. I dug out the pepperoni and I ate it. And then I wasn't so popular anymore. And do you know how hard it is to get the smell of pepperoni out of your underwear? You know? So then Kevin knows I'm not a religious person. So Kevin said, "Go to church. You can find women at church." So on Sunday, I donned my atheist t-shirt and I went to church. I was there 20 minutes and the priest said, "Yeah, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to leave now." I did, but I did get 2 phone numbers, and I'm hoping if I can get one. Oh God! Kevin was right. Went to the club the other night, and I met this woman. She was about half my age. I told her, I said, "You know, I'm independently rich." And she kind of cuddled up to me, and I kind of liked it, and I felt like Hugh Hefner. And then as the evening progressed, I said, "By the way," I said, "that's only at the end of every month." She got up, went to the washroom, and she didn't come back. I wonder if that ever happened to you. I doubt it. Now, when you're young and you go clubbing, and you're lucky enough to meet a woman, and you say, "I want to take you home and sleep with you," the last thing on your mind is sleeping. When you're older, like me, and you're lucky enough, which doesn't happen often, to meet a woman and you say, "I want to take you home and sleep with you," that is what you want to do. Because you're so damn tired of being cold, you want to suck all her body heat. And hell, you can do the other stuff in the morning, if you remember. Now, as you get older, your body changes. Lots of things change. I used to be 5'8". Now I'm 5'7". I used to think I was hung like a horse. Now My Little Pony has more than me. But the one good thing the government did is we went from inches to centimeters. And now I'm kind of proud of the 6 I have. These new 40s have been kind of weird, and I'm just kind of thinking to myself, the new 50s. I'm sure it's going to be filled with IVs and enemas. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Gary Fontaine, give him a big hand.